So I just wanted to take a quick look at the 2007 Thai horror film Sick Nurses. It's definitely not an original story. A doctor as well as his nurse cronies who are selling bodies or harvesting body parts. In this film, the doctor was involved with a young lady. She is killed and they're pretty much just selling her off to the next bidder. Unfortunately, this guy cannot pick her up until 7 days passed, and according to the mythology in the story, the spirits of the dead return on the 7th day in order to seek out their loved ones. So she's obviously going to be there during that time period. Unfortunately, by this point in time, the good doctor has moved on and he's engaged to another lucky young lady. So I don't think Miss Ghost is going to be too happy about that. It's never really explained in detail why the buyer cannot return until past those 7 days to pick up his purchase, but the story is what it is. Throughout the course of the film, with flashbacks and all, we realize that the doctor was actually at one point in love with a man, could not marry him because he was not a woman. There was a sex change involved, and eventually at some point in time there was another young lady who got in the way, and our original love interest had their sex change and they're working towards marrying the good doctor. So like I've said, very basic plot. You definitely have quite a bit of weird hallucinatory or scare scenes throughout the film. You know, nothing too crazy or different that we haven't seen before in Asian horror, but you know, I still thought it was a fun film. I mean, you know, especially for those of you who are into the petite Asian women, you know, there's definitely tons of eye candy. They chose a lot of beautiful young ladies for this film. But, you know, it's really not too original a story. It's not a bad film. It's well acted. The plot moves along at a fairly quick pace, so it's not too boring or too slow. You know, some of the tortures that happen are a bit goofy or tacky. There's one scene in which a woman gets her head stuck in a purse. When the purse is removed, guess what happens? But you know, some of the stuff is, like I said, is just kind of tacky, but you know, I guess it just kind of goes along with the spirit of the film, and it's definitely one of those vengeful ghost type stories. But you know, it's definitely one of those fun movies just to sit and watch when you don't have anything else better to do, or if you just want to ogle pretty girls. But really nothing doing there. I wouldn't really say this film goes in with the haunted hospital type genre, just because the ghost just kind of comes, goes, and then once their work is over, they're done. But yeah, it's definitely one of those revenge stories, and I don't know why. I do understand that Asian culture is very big on a ghost or supernatural superstition, but it just feels like so many Asian horror films usually involve ghosts or revenge, you know, like The Ring, Seance, The Grudge, or Ju-on rather. But yeah, it's just a story that we've seen so many times, but it's a fun little movie. I definitely enjoyed watching it. If I remember correctly, it did not do too well in theater, but you know, the movie still moves along. I haven't seen too many people on YouTube talk about this one, but yeah, it's definitely a fun little movie, and I would definitely recommend taking a look at that, especially if you're a fan of Asian horror. Then it's definitely a fun watch. But that is pretty much it, and I will talk to you guys later. Unfortunately, the good doctor has moved on, and he's engaged to another yucky... Wow.